just say less. Everybody rocking with us, just say less. Everybody rocking with us, just say less. Podcast lit, baby, just say less. And we climbing up the charts, just say less.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Say Less podcast. I'm your boy Peanut Ray. I need to back up from the camera.
Girl, Nike Too Wavy in the building.
Oh, what's up? Your boy Davell here.
What's up, guys? It's Kai.
I'm in the Virgin Islands right now.
Must be nice.
Living your best.
Yeah, I took the private jet over to the Virgin Islands. It's lit. It's nice and serene. We're really outside with it.
Hey, it must be nice, man. Everybody ain't able to, you know what I'm saying, to have upgraded systems like y'all's.
Right.
Why you had to bust me out like that, Peter? They probably really thought I was out here at the Virgin Islands. Jeez,
It do look like it's out there, though.
All right, let me go back.
Nah, keep it like that.
I'm back. You messed it up.
Let me tell you.
I see Nike spirits ain't down. She over here living her best life. How y'all been doing, man? Another week in quarantine.
Another
Damn, Dom, you don't look too enthused like
yeah.
Here in the
It's
house.
getting old now. It's getting old. I'm ready to be outside now.
Hey, y'all see that they opened up the beaches in Florida, man? What y'all thinking?
Yeah, they got 1,500 cases of corona too.
For real?
Yeah, in that one day, and over 50-something deaths just opening the beaches up.
So why did they open it? Like, what was the point?
Just like the reason Texas is opening back up everything else. They tired of being inside.
Yeah, money too, though. And man, these people use a lot of money not being able to, have customers to generate revenue.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, Florida just need to be its own country by now. You know what I'm saying? They just
that Florida man is real.
Yeah, man. So what's been going on this past week, though, y'all? What's been popping? What we got? What you been doing, Dom? What you been doing this past week to keep yourself entertained?
What have I been doing? I listened to some music. Still haven't listened to Joyner Lucas' album.
Oh my God.
I'll get there. What came out? My favorite this week was Division's album. Did anybody listen to that?
I haven't.
Whose album?
Division.
Who's Division?
I never knew that's how it was pronounced. I always called them
DBSN.
DBSN? That's okay. DBSN. I was like Division. Who's Division?
Is it pronounced Division?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the album. It was cool.
Y'all gonna get there. Y'all get there.
Yeah,
I listened to it though.
Division was good. It
was a cool album.
I was definitely rocking with it.
It was my favorite that came out on Friday.
What's your favorite song on the album?
So my favorite song on the album actually was a single. It's called Amuse.
Amuse, yeah.
And then the Snow Allegra, Between Us. Both of those came out before the album came out, though.
Yeah, that Between Us is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I also like that For Us, too, though.
I don't remember anything else. I just keep listening to those two. But
Cash Page dropped Frank Ocean. Y'all hear that?
I did hear that. I can't get with Cash Page.
Why not?
So I did put her on my list of people to watch in 2020. However, for some reason, I don't know, her sound just doesn't do it for me. Sounds good music though. Like she's a good writer. I just don't like her sound. It's real Dej Lofi.
Damn, that's fucked
up. So I'm guessing you don't like Dej Loaf either.
I do, but it's not like I don't know.
She brought a different sound and she just kind of copying her type deal.
Not even that, because I think Cash Page can sing a little bit more than Dej Loaf. It's just you have to be ready for that sound. I don't think I'm ready for it.
Okay. You said Frank Ocean on there too?
No, the song is called
Frank Ocean.
Oh, it's called Frank Ocean. So, is it like a dedication to him or something? Or?
Man, Kind of, but
Frank Ocean, my guy.
kind of like dedication to her girlfriend, but like also like I miss you like Frank Ocean, or think about me like Frank Ocean or some shit.
Did I know that Cash Page was from Arlington?
I do
Really?
not.
I thought she was from Grand Prairie.
Close enough. They both is up the street. They up the street.
Yeah, I knew that in I heard that in the interview she did.
Okay.
That she was
Did
from
you
there.
like the song?
It was all right. It was okay. I think it's more for the younger crowd. It's not like the traditional love song, you know what I'm saying, for R&B artists. But I think she needs to collaborate with some writers.
Mm.
Like her cadence is the same on all of her songs,
Yeah.
which I thought her album was pretty, it was decent. It wasn't bad. I listened to it. I like a few songs on there, but I think it's time for her to take it to another level though.
It is. I don't know. There's something about it that I can't get with them.
I never listened to her music, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah, one of her songs took off on TikTok. I think that's how she got like kind of known.
Mm-hmm.
And then she signed with like Sean Cotton from Say Cheese.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know they had a label.
What about the Baby's album? There's a lot of people that have opinions about the Baby.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I did.
I listened to a few songs.
Huh?
I listened to a few songs.
What'd you think?
He's getting there. He's getting there. I'll say that. It's I don't know if it's like better than his like debut album, his first album.
Yeah.
It's sort of similar in like his rhyme schemes, but the production is better. But I think
Is he really rapping in this album? Because I mean, like, Find My Way, like, because I feel like his last album, he had like 2 songs where he was just really, really spitting, and it wasn't like the production didn't sound the same. It didn't sound like all his hit songs, Baby on Baby, I mean, Bop and all that. It was a little bit different. So Find My Way is different, and it's more like, I think, heart-filled. Do he have more heart-filled songs on this album?
Nah.
He had more I'm Trying to Chase a Hit songs.
Yeah, the song with Meg and Ashanti.
It's good.
Yeah, straight.
I'm gonna give it a listen.
Yeah, I only listened to the first 6 songs. So it's like, cause it's like 12 songs on there or something like that, ain't it? Something like that.
Quite a few, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I feel like I made it like halfway through. And I just wasn't I didn't get to like, I guess the song with Roddy Ricch, I don't know if that was good or not.
The song with NBA Youngboy is actually really good. I could see that being the next hit.
Oh no.
Well,
Okay, I don't want to say hit.
Yeah,
It's definitely going to be the single from the album.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with this album. I was
Same.
not.
And
Yeah, I was not too impressed. I thought it was just nothing about it grabbed me, honestly. None of the lyrics, beats, nothing really just grabbed me. I just was like, oh, it's just some the Baby music, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. He put out his best song from the album, which is Find My Way. And then I'm a big A Boogie fan, so I like that song. And then the hook to the one with NBA Youngboy was catchy. Nasty was cool, but it's because Megan and Ashanti's on it, so you can't really go wrong with that. It's a female song. And yeah, other than that, everything else is regular.
Do you think that the Baby is gonna start? I'm gonna say is his music gonna start slowing up? You think everything's gonna take off like it did for his last 2 albums, or do we think because of how he's been in the streets lately, if that's gonna knock him down from being on top?
I honestly think that the Baby is experimenting right now. Like, I feel like he's just trying a whole bunch of stuff till he finds what sticks. And I think he probably got discouraged that everybody kept saying he sounds the same. And on this album, he tried to sound different, but him sounding the same worked. So I think he needs to go back to that.
Yeah. I think he was trying to. I think he was listening to Twitter too much.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
he
what's
got
not.
the same on every song. Give us something different. But now that he gave him something different, they're like, no, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Give us the old Baby.
And all them old songs worked, even though he sounded the same. We would still listen to him.
Yeah, I was still listening to it. That's what the joke was on Twitter. It was like, if y'all think I'm gonna listen to another the Baby song rapping the same way, then you goddamn right I am.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it was working. And in this, I just wasn't nothing really wasn't really anything too crazy for me. I'll probably go with Dom and say that Division was probably my favorite music that came out.
I did not think his name is pronounced Division, but that is so dope though now. It's so dope now.
And two of them, I think.
Yeah, I think it is two of them.
Two of them.
It is two. Yeah, but I did not think that. That's dope. I mean, so I definitely checked out Absol's new freestyle.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all rock with it?
I didn't hear
You rock with it, Davell?
Yeah, I rocked with it. Yeah, it was nice to hear something new from Absol. You know, he was just on live a couple nights ago, and that was my first time seeing him in I don't know how long. I was like, damn, I forgot what he looked like and everything. So it was nice. It was nice to see him out and talking. And I figured something new music was about to come. They said it's about to be a bunch of TDE music come out like all week, I think. So I think everybody is gonna drop something, like a song, something, or at least that's what I saw. I don't know.
I'm just waiting to hear The Heart come out. That's all I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that'll be
The Heart part 5.
Kendrick.
I'm waiting, but I think on that freestyle though, I think Absol, he was really like, it started off slow, and you know he's doing his typical delivery, but he started heating up at that 2-minute mark. He did. He was in his bag at that 2-minute mark. I said, it's fine.
Yeah.
He
started cooking. He started cooking with some
if you forget the dash, you gonna wish you wouldn't. Ooh.
Yeah. But it was just nice. It was just nice to hear something from him. You know, I ain't heard. I can't even remember the last time I heard Absol song. Honestly,
it's been a minute, but he's been featured on a lot of Reasons.
Yeah, he's been featured here and there.
So.
But yeah. So yeah, hopefully TDE can come snatch 2020 for us.
Yes, please.
I'm ready for it.
Overdue.
Wiz Khalifa dropped an album today or some type of project.
Yeah, I listened to that also.
Was it good?
It was similar to like his commercial music, so nothing really too outstanding to me.
We're never gonna get a Deal or No Deal Wiz again.
Yeah. This was like definitely like his album type music versus like mixed
on it. So
yeah.
We're never gonna get a Deal or No Deal, Flight School. We're never gonna see that Wiz ever again.
Yeah, Flight School was fire.
Yeah, all those mixtapes Wiz was dropping was all just.
They were just. 2009 was a good year.
Which makes me wonder, like when you notice like their mixtape music is way better, or at least their fans seem to like more than their album music, is that more so on the label pressuring them, or is that, just them trying to appeal to more people, maybe a little bit of both?
Commercialize the music. So the label has A&Rs, and all those people have a say in what they're putting out and who they're getting to feature on the song. So then when you are making a mixtape, it's all you, creativity. You can put out what you want, free music.
Right. Because I saw Tory Lanez saying that this last album was his last for his deal, and he can do what he wants to do, whatever. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna drop next. Because I've never heard any of his mixtapes, honestly.
Yeah, and it also make you like wonder if it's even worth signing to a major label.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they take all your creative control.
Yeah, they do.
So
independent is the way to go.
It is, but also I guess it depends on why you're in the game, because
situation
will also give you a hit. So if you're able to just get the hit in the bag, then so be it. But if you are like really into rapping and you feel like you can have that, like, I guess it's what do you call it? That fan base that's actually gonna rock with you no matter what you put out, then it may be easier for you to just be independent. Like if you know your fans is following you.
Sometimes you just want that money, man. Like Scottie Pippen, man. Scottie Pippen said, "I'm gonna just take the pill."
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Did y'all watch that the documentary?
Yeah.
The Last Dance?
Oh yeah.
What are y'all thoughts about that?
Man, for me, man, it's just Michael Jordan didn't care about nothing but winning. Because when he said that Scottie Pippen was selfish because he was sitting out, when they was talking about he's making his $2 million a year, whatever, and waiting about to get his money, and Michael Jordan was like, "Yeah, I kind of felt like he was selfish to Scottie Pippen, man. You got to put the team and the organization." I'm like, bro, you getting 30. Michael Jordan was getting $33 million at the time, so I mean, I'm like, bro, I get it, man. You got to get your money. I mean, but no, the documentary was good though. It was real good.
I didn't get to finish part 2. I fell asleep, but I'm gonna watch part 2 when it come back on. But honestly, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Like, he made the game look too easy, like way too easy. Like, his athleticism, his fundamentals, like his knowledge on the court is like unbelievable. And I know hopefully y'all not gonna kill me for saying this, but I've seen a lot of the similar traits. You could tell that Kobe studied his game like to the max.
Kobe was a copy. Kobe was definitely a copy.
He was definitely a carbon copy.
What I didn't realize, because, you know, like when I was real young when Michael Jordan was, you know, in his prime and everything. I didn't really, like, I watched some of the games and stuff, but I didn't really get to, you know, really live through the whole thing. So it's crazy to see how people reacted to him. I didn't, like, it was almost like some Michael Jackson stuff. Like, you know how people, like, faint when they see Michael Jackson and all that stuff? Like, Michael Jordan was just as big. Like, everybody is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So seeing that was crazy.
He's the most famous athlete in the world. Like, yeah. They was comparing him to what, Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He had that much influence. Not just here, but around the world. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, that shit was wild. And I felt bad for old Scottie Pippen though, man. Like having, what was it, 10 or 12 brothers and sisters?
Yeah, like he was just trying to take care of his family, man.
Yeah, but dang, bro, the game changed so quick on him after, you know, signing the contract for 7 years for it.
Yeah.
And they were saying even the owner was telling him, like, bro, I wouldn't sign the deal, man. Honestly, like, just being real with you, I wouldn't sign the deal. But, like, you know, you trying to take care of you spent your whole life, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You
don't be thinking about that. You just see that dollar value right there. It's more money than you ever had.
Because it's understandable. Like, you like, okay, what if I get hurt? You know, and stuff like this. Like, man, I can't do nothing. So I understand his thinking, but yeah, that's tough. He was criminally underpaid. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
I started watching it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. But in the first 15 minutes, I didn't know Dennis Rodman was like out here like that. Like, he crazy.
What? Oh, you was too young.
Yeah, Dennis. Yeah, I remember.
I remember Dennis Rodman was wild.
I was watching this documentary like, wait, what? What's happening?
Yeah, he was out there. That man was crazy.
I think his episode, they're gonna talk about a lot about him on the part 3. I think part 3 is gonna be like the Dennis Rodman episode. So you're gonna see.
He off the chain. He's still off the chain.
Yeah, no, I've seen like a recent Breakfast Club interview, and I was like, okay, he off, but like I didn't know he's been off. Like,
since he came in the league, he's been out there.
Man, I seen a meme today that said if the caption was like, if For the Low was a person, and it had Scottie Pippen.
That's funny.
That's tough.
That's cool.
But that Bulls team was something else, though. I remember watching games as a kid, and it was a solid team. Like, you don't even really, well, Jordan definitely made the team better. Everybody can agree with that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Of course.
I mean,
the greatest of all time.
It's definitely, I mean, they really didn't have much of anybody. He made them play better. But, like, I remember, like Tony Kukoc, we never really talked about him, like, being one of the
he was good. Men. Yeah, Kukoc was solid.
But we never talk about him, like.
Yeah, he was one of the very first scoring big men.
Big men. And we don't talk about him at all. And it's like, dang, I remember, like, Kukoc was my guy.
No, the Bulls squads was solid. Ron Harper, Horace Grant, all of them. Yeah, they had solid squads once they got, you know, after, you know, Jordan's, you know, struggle years. But yeah, they were nice, man. Possibly. Oh, how do you feel? Okay, since Nike, you a Kobe fan. Yeah. So there was a question out there that said, put up these Bulls against the Lakers, 3-peat Lakers. Who you think winning in the series?
The Bulls.
Oh, I was not expecting you to say that. Okay.
I know. I know great when I see it. No, I mean, I'm a ride or die with the Bulls and Michael Jordan till the day I die. Like, I'm a Kobe fan, but I know who the GOAT is. You know.
Okay. I mean, they got a
put some
small
respect on
argument.
them.
They got a small argument because of Shaq. You know, Shaq would be tough to guard, but
that's like if with the Dream Team versus the 06 USA team. Like I would pick the Dream Team before I would pick the what's the 06 USA team. Yeah, easily. So.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. What are your thoughts about that?
I thought for sure he's gonna say Kobe.
Nah. I know basketball, man. I know basketball, and I respect the game back then and the fundamentals and the knowledge that they had compared to the athleticism they have today. Like I'll take that any day over the athleticism.
Yeah. So
today.
What y'all think about him? Like the team pretty much getting into it with the GM Jerry Krause.
And he messed that up because I think they could have probably went on for at least another 3-year run.
Yeah, I say
they could have won one more for. They probably could have won one more for sure, maybe 2, because then you're starting to get into where the Spurs and Tim Duncan and David Robinson came in, and then with Kobe and Shaq Lakers, it gets a little tougher. And then Mike is getting older. He would have been like 36, 37 around that year. But you know, I think for sure they would have won another one, maybe 2. 3 might be, I don't know. 3 might be pushing a little bit, but I can't bet. You can't bet against Mike. So I mean, I don't know. You definitely
can't bet. You definitely can't bet against Mike, man. That's hard to do. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's more showboating now than then. So I think they would, like, knowledge-wise, they would school him in the game. Easy.
Who?
Back then. Like, the Bulls compared to the Lakers,
you saying,
or today. Right. Basketball from back then, 20 years ago compared to today?
Oh, yeah. Today, like, if you put Michael Jordan in today's NBA, he would be averaging, like, 50 points a game. Honestly, he would average,
people don't understand that. People don't, like, kids today, they will fight that. I don't even Generation Z will fight that today. Like, I argue with this one kid. Well, he's not a kid. This one dude that works with me, he just got out of college, and he swear like LeBron is like, he didn't put respect on MJ's name. He was thinking LeBron surpassed him, Ben surpassed him. And I'm like, bro, you got to go really study.
This documentary gonna be good. This documentary gonna be good for the younger people that even know even less about Michael Jordan. When they see all this stuff, they gonna be like, "Oh, okay, wait a minute. LeBron ain't doing all this now. LeBron ain't putting this down."
He was getting to the basket with ease. Like he was floating. Like you would look at some of his plays, and he was like floating in the air. He glides.
Yeah, like LeBron. Like LeBron is the best all around basketball player of all time, but he's not the greatest basketball player of all time. Like LeBron can do more. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, but Michael Jordan is clearly the GOAT. Like clearly, there's no question.
And I think that's what LeBron has is his size. It makes him stand out, and that's why I think he had comparisons so early on to Jordan and all that, just because it's his power. But Jordan was little. He was small. He had a ton of power. He was getting to the bucket with ease.
Yeah, Jordan was a freak of nature. But yeah, that's my.
I know we trying to cut it short today because we trying to get to the Teddy Riley and Babyface battle. So, part 1 of that. Did y'all tune in?
Of course.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
It's fed up.
Somebody said, how we all inside bored. It's Teddy Riley's the first person to waste our time in quarantine.
Boy, I'm glad it was free 99 because I would have been hot. Like he was doing too much. First of all, we're supposed to be quarantined. He got 10 people in there trying to do a concert.
Did you see the memes? He had like a whole production crew. Like he was recording.
Yes, I was like, why is he doing all this? Why?
Babyface was so unbothered too. Like
he was like, I didn't know you made that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Teddy Riley was really asking him, like, he's like, is that you? Is it you that's doing it? Bro, we all know you got too much going on. You know.
It wasn't doing that when I first started. Like, when you came in, that's when it started doing that.
He was like, He was like, I need you to turn your audio down. Babyface was like, it's just me.
I'm the only one.
He really
You know,
tried
with
to. He
quarantine.
really tried to give a live show. Like he had a band. Did you see that hype? Did you see that hype man in the back? That hype man had the best time of the night of everybody. He was in the back. Damn,
He was. Hey, but the comments, boy, the comments in there, I was in there dying laughing. The funniest comment to me was Angela Rye when the sounds was messing up and she's like, oh shit, they shooting. it was like, boop, boop, boop. And she's like, oh shit, they shooting, that they shooting. That was the funniest thing.
Hey, Boosie had a funny comment too. He's like, hey, can we smoke in here?
Man, come on, man.
Tony Braxton was on Twitter dragging Teddy Riley.
Her and Tamar. Tamar was wilding too.
That one tweet she had where she was like, the sound, your man ain't got no mask on. What is going on? I was crying. I was really crying.
I know how like Teddy Riley, when he thought he had it together, he wanted to start over.
Right. Like, dude, you want to get killed again? Like, come on, man.
Tony Braxton said, we heard the songs the first time and we still feel the same.
Like, out of the 3 songs they played, I would say the first 2 rounds, Babyface won. The 3rd round, I think it was a tie. But yeah, they didn't have to go back through it because now that when they did it the second time, that 3rd song just went to Babyface because it was like, come on, man, you're doing too much.
People fed up. Said now it's called Teddy Riley, and if you're wasting people's time.
Wait, Tony Braxton's like, now it's no sound. Come on, we waited 7 whole days.
We waited longer than that.
It was his fault the first time.
Right.
Man,
Doing too much. Teddy Riley.
I didn't listen to the Breakfast Club, but I hope he got the donkey of the day, Charlamagne.
Me too.
Yeah, he was terrible.
That was unbelievable.
I'm excited for it tonight. Hopefully everything's together. Hopefully Teddy Riley is sitting
in his studio.
Just with a laptop. That's all you need.
That's it. Plug it into
That's all you need. Just push play.
YouTube your hits like Sean Garrett.
He was ready to perform. He was about to perform.
He had the lights. He had the TV backdrop. Like, people was like, turn the TV off. What you need the TV on for? Like, come on, man.
Babyface is like, Teddy.
And I was rooting for Teddy too. I was rooting for him.
It was Team Teddy. Dang.
I was rooting for him. Because I was just like, I felt like he was the underdog. So I was like, let me go ahead and root for Teddy. He just made me look an ass.
Teddy an underdog.
No, Teddy do
I'm talking about, compared to Babyface catalog is way longer because he's been in the game for longer. So, but I mean, Teddy got them club jumping hit, that new Jack Swing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Teddy Riley though has most of the songs I think that we like. I don't know how to put it. Like when you hear it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this a hit." Kind of song.
Yeah.
Babyface, he just has like a long history. I'm taking Babyface because I'm obsessed with Tony Braxton. So.
That's fair.
Every single Tony Braxton song is a hit. That's like throwing Aaliyah or Beyonce in these battles. Like, you got a Tony Braxton song, you win.
I don't feel the same, but I mean, all right. We're going to see because they have 400,000 people in there tonight. So we're going to see how much, Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah. So hopefully tonight, the turn up is real.
Yeah, I know folks will come with some jokes too, boy.
Yeah, they're going to be ready.
Boy, they're going to be ready. It's going to be good.
I tweeted because like I really did wake up this morning like, man, Teddy better not be on that poll tonight. That was the first thought as soon as I opened my eyes. It's like, what if we log on and he like got the same setup?
Try it again. Like last time was
this time I'm done. If it don't work this time, I'm done. Like throw the whole battle away.
If we log in and he in that same spot,
I'm gonna be pissed.
With his hands on his hips, looking back like.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm gonna be real pissed. All right, so moving along. So this week I was thinking about like what can we talk about, and I pulled up a little article about well, let's just say we'll call it decoding the Black stigma. So basically, like what people outside of our race think about us and what we as Black people think about ourselves. So for example, like from a non-person of color standpoint, how they feel like, why can you say the N-word, but I can't? And from a Black people standpoint, you know, like, why do we judge people by the shoes that they're wearing? Why is that the first thing we look at when we're looking at a guy is their shoes? You know, things like that. So decoding the Black stigma.
Okay.
So let's talk about it. So since I brought up those first two, how do y'all feel about when a person of let's say a white person comes to you and they ask you like, well, you say the N-word all the time. Why is it so bad when I say it? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that is a racist comment? Like, do you automatically go that route?
Yeah, of course.
If they say the N-word, or racist if they ask me why?
No, if they ask you that question.
Are they just generally curious? Like,
I don't feel like, I feel like it's not a curiosity thing anymore. And today's times.
yeah, because they probably be saying it in their car.
Exactly.
I just don't understand why they would wonder why they can't say it. Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, like, if you just know the history, like, you should be like, okay, well,
Right.
Well,
it's pretty straightforward. I understand, like, oh, it wasn't me, it was our ancestors, whatever. It wasn't me personally that did that to y'all or whatever. But it just seems like obvious to me, honestly.
yeah, this brings up a good conversation though, because recently some Carrollton High School students were just expelled for making a TikTok about like, this is God when they create Black people. And I didn't see the video.
This was in Georgia though.
Yeah, I seen it.
No, this is in Texas.
No,
Oh,
it
it
was
was in Georgia. It was in Carrollton.
Yeah, Carrollton, Georgia. Yeah.
Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Context. But yeah, so they're like extremely racist, and I didn't see the video, but I know the context of the video. Like, I've seen those TikTok videos before. Like, this is God when he made a Black woman and blah 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 blah. But it was extremely racist, and so we always ask, because this happens a lot in college too, like blackface and stuff. How is this still happening? Like, how can you say you just didn't know? And so, like, a part of me feels like, you know, like
You do.
Yeah.
The apologies is just to save face. Like, it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Completely.
it was crazy too. On that video, they was running the water, and then they had like these little like sheets of paper with shit written on them, and it said like pointed in the sink or whatever, and it was like today we're gonna be creating niggers. And first off, what do we have? No dad? Yep, we put that in there. Oh, what's this other one? They go to jail? We're gonna add that in there. They rob people? Oh yeah. And
make good decisions. Nope, don't do that.
Yeah. And the girl, like, they got expelled from school for it, and then like I seen people like hitting their colleges or whatever, like how you gonna admit a person like this, with this type of character or whatever. And then the girl had got on her Instagram and was like, my boyfriend, such and whatever his name was, is racist, and I feel like he put like his racial tendencies on me, and I was just trying to be funny, but God knows my heart, like, and all this shit.
That was all bullshit. Her parents told her to say that and put it on the boy so she wouldn't receive backlash. That's it.
Yeah, they said she said she was getting death threats, and she was like, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And that's how you can just show like white privilege, because how did you do something wrong and you're telling us what we are doing wrong? Like,
Right.
First of all, focus on your issue. Like, this is the reason why it happened. They never want to.
They always deflecting the issue
for their own issues, and now you're mad because you're getting death threats and all of this stuff. But you should have thought about your actions before you did them.
That's all it takes, is thinking before you react. That's it.
She's like, my friends know I am not this person, and blah blah blah.
No, they know you're exactly that person.
Yeah.
But they'll say whatever you want because they're your friends.
Yeah.
She's just covering herself. I think I just don't know how, like, you make the video. Well, you decide to make the video. You talk about the video, talk about making it. You make the video. Then you see the video back, and you still decide, like, oh, yeah, no, we sending that. That's the one. That's the one. Like, there's a lot of thought. That's a lot of thought that goes into making a video. There's a lot of thought.
Right.
So it's crazy.
And they probably messed up a few times.
And it's crazy. Then you try to come back like, oh no, I didn't think it was gonna.
Not even that. They had to plan it out because they had to write all the words on.
Yeah, they gotta. You spent time on this. You spent time on this. Yeah. And then to just be like, oh no, I wasn't. No, bro. Like you deserve it. Whatever consequences that come with it, you deserve it. Ain't no you about to feel bad for you because people reacting badly. Like I'm like.
One mistake shouldn't jeopardize my whole.
Oh yeah, her whole life. Or whatever.
Contacting colleges and all that. I was like the nerve.
Nah, that white privilege is real. But on the flip side of that, so like I said, why do Black people look at your shoes before they greet you? Why do we do that? Because I do that. I'm guilty.
I think it goes back to just even. Goes back to like slavery stuff, just because we didn't have anything. I think Black people just naturally over time put a little more emphasis on nice things, like trying to. It just naturally, and over time, it's just become a natural thing for us just to want nice things and not be looked at as lesser and things like that. We try to like show that we're not these lesser people by trying to shine and things like that. I think subconsciously. That's a part of it.
Boy, I know when I was in high school, me and my best friend, we went on a double date. And it was because she wanted to go with this guy, and I was tagging along. So, when you couldn't have boyfriends and stuff, so you would make up an excuse saying, hey, I'm going to the movies with such and such. Yeah, it was one of those. So I tagged along, and he brought his friend with him. And he had some busted shoes on, and I could not get past that.
I'm dead.
I looked at them shoes. I said, this ain't gonna work. I was glad I had a backup plan. I had called my homegirl up, and she came and met us at the movie, so it wouldn't look like we was on a date.
I mean, it is a normal thing though, kinda. Not as much like in the Black community, but in general, people do look at shoes. But in Black community, we do look a lot more.
I'm gonna remember your shoes that you got on.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we see it as. I mean, honestly, we just see it as like, oh, okay, he got on trash shoes. He's probably like, I don't know.
Team Jordans.
Yeah, like even though it shouldn't matter, it really should. It shouldn't matter. Because we put a lot of emphasis on things that really don't.
Materialistic stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think too deep about. Okay, so like, I do look at shoes, but I don't think about it being like a Black stigma or something like that. I just think that I like certain things and have style, so I know like that's not hot. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it has something to do with maybe just a preference. Like,
I think it has to be like a Black thing, because I mean, I don't know. You can see if you seen a dude come up to you in some with some the shoes that your uncles be wearing in the barbecue, them sandals that your uncle be barbecuing in, you're gonna be like, nah, bruh, I can't deal.
You do put a little prejudgment on them, like, okay.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, like, it's just like, okay. Because, I mean, if I seen a girl walk up to me and had on some busted Air Forces, I'd be like,
dirty.
Security!
Dirty.
Help.
Nah, I think, I don't know, I just think it has to do with, like if a person, you see them like out somewhere or whatever, and they got, some nice shoes on, I think it lets you know they took time to,
Put stuff together.
Yeah.
Put stuff together, care about your appearance, I mean, but at the same time, you shouldn't, like, it should, like, you should be like, okay, well, they didn't, obviously, they didn't take the time, or maybe they don't have the means.
But at the same time, too, they probably just don't care.
They probably don't care.
They probably don't. They could be a millionaire. We wouldn't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, like a lot of white guys, like you look at their shoes, they wear whatever. They don't care. They wear sandals or whatever. Like it don't matter. They could have
feet out, no socks.
Yeah, like you look at a lot of white, like wealthy people, like you wouldn't notice they wearing regular clothes, but you look at like not all, but you would say some like Black wealthy people, you don't know they got some money. You'll be like, okay, that's he got some money. He got a little bit. I think, yeah, I don't know what the for sure reason is why we care so much about appearance and things like that, looking good. I do think a little bit of it do go back to slavery stuff. But yeah.
Vanity slaves. It's vanity slaves. That's pretty much what we are. We vanity slaves. So we like what's hot, and we look into the fashions and stuff that everybody's wearing on TV, and we use that as like our baseline for how everybody should look.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so here's another one. So why is it so hard to be on time?
I'm always on time, honestly. I'm never really that late. For the most part, yeah. I'm pretty, for the most part. Like every once in a while, like, I will like to be fashionably late a few times I might be like, oh, okay, I'll come in a little late just to not be the first person there or something or whatever. But for the most part, if I know I need to be somewhere, I'm going to be there on time.
Yeah, I'm on time. I don't like being on CPT time.
Because I think
time.
That's my thing. I think so. I'm like,
okay,
I'll put aside enough time. Like, okay, I got this much time. I need to be there at this time.
Dime Peanut?
Yeah, man, one place I don't like showing up late to is at church, though.
Oh, because you're going to get judged.
Man, not even that, though. Like, you miss a good part of the sermon or whatever, man, and like, you can't get it back. But, I think us as people, like, we kind of expect time to bend to our will, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I got 15 minutes, an hour, whatever to get ready. And then we think the hour and 15 minutes is more like 2.5, 3 hours. So, drag around. And then, we try to factor in how long it's going to take us to drive there, the shower. And if we
it's bad because we actually, like, if you actually plan an event and you know that you want everybody to be there at 7, we always tell Black people, the party start at 6, just to make sure they show up on time because we know how we are. When we have to do that because we know that something's gonna happen, it took too long or you lost track of time or, while you was getting dressed, your song came on, so you had to go act the song out, whatever the case may be. But we always, like, you can call it fashionably late if you want to, but nah, we plan our lives around people showing up on time. So, because we know niggas.
And then when you ask them where they at, they say, "Oh no, I'm down the street.
I'm up the street."
It takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Now I do that. Now if I am running late, I don't say the exact time. Like even though I know the exact time I'll be there, I might just make it sound a little nicer. No, I'll be there. It's really more like 18, 20. But I'll be there in 10.
Yeah, you gotta round it.
I just don't respond until I get there.
Till you get there?
You do.
Because I feel like if I'm already running late, me answering all of your calls is making me later because I'm not ready yet. So I just be like, I'll let you know when I am walking out the door. I'm late. That's why I have no say in this. I don't know if it's CP time. I'm just slow. Also, I know when it's like certain things, I show up late or make sure other people are there first for like anxiety reasons. Like I just don't like being the first one there or having to all talk my way through stuff. So I'll be wanting to get there when the event is starting, not like have to be sitting around and mingle with people. I'm not.
Yeah.
And then you feel like girls are later than guys most of the time. Yes. As far as like because they got to get ready and all that. And
it depends on the guy because I got a lot of guy fans that be late. All right, so I got another one. Why do I have to be mixed in order to have long hair?
That's definitely not true.
Yeah, not at all. And whoever believes that, it's just dumb.
Yeah, if they really believe that, they definitely just ignorant. But I guess, that's one of those one of those stereotypes that Black people don't really grow hair.
Our hair nappy.
Yeah.
In short.
Yeah, so if you do have long hair, they're like, oh, oh, you must be mixed with some. You must have something. I don't know.
I think also Black people felt the need that they always had to justify why they had something good. So like they used to be like, you got Indian in your family or something like that. Like, no, I just have good hair. And then what is good hair? So that's the thing. I think the focus needs to be more on having healthy hair and not the length of your hair or the texture of your hair. And yeah, but I think a lot, it was just, I guess, feeling like you had to fit in. So they didn't make Black cool, so you wanted to be something else.
Yeah, because I was about to say, what is good hair? Like, is it how long it is? How it?
I think everybody has a different meaning for what is good hair.
Because I feel like the general, like you say, generally what's good hair, you would start looking at like long, like maybe like white people hair.
Society
makes you think that good hair is straight.
Straight.
Yeah.
Straight and long.
Yeah.
Because if you have your hair natural, your natural hair is nappy, it's unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
since they've decided what's beauty, which is why like the whole light skin, dark skin thing, the hair thing, all goes into the society deciding that beauty is someone with lighter skin, long straight hair, things like that.
Yeah, that's what society portrays it as.
I think slowly, tiny baby steps get a little bit better just as more people speak out and really try to push like the different hairstyles, things like the honey pot, things like that, just things that are pushing more for brown skin girls, things like that, things that just kind of help push them to the front and just bring more awareness to the different hairstyles, different skin type, even like with the makeup, I guess, and stuff too, like different
shades.
It's definitely getting better, and I think what's helping in that, and I think we talked about this in one of our episodes, is that we're actually seeing different shades of Black and hair textures and stuff in movies, on TV, and stuff like that. So I think that's making it more acceptable to society nowadays, versus before you only seen the good hair, light skinned chick. You know what I'm saying?
which is why it's leading more into like, you know, like did you see like the Bad Baby thing where like they said she feel like she's trying to be a Black girl and stuff like that because she got darker skin now and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you'll probably see more of that since it is becoming a little more acceptable and more cool to be, you know,
natural.
Yeah.
Which is terrible though.
Why you say that?
Because that girl is like as white as this paper, and that picture came out looking like my color. And then her cover up, she goes on IG and tries to like cover it up or whatever. And she's like, why would I be trying to be Black? Who wants to be Black? So like, she digged herself in a bigger hole than just
she didn't handle it well.
In the L.
Yeah.
I saw a little clip of like, I guess her friend or something that was trying to talk to her and tell her to apologize, like where she was like telling her how she messed up and how people seeing like, but you're probably gonna see a lot more of that just as it becomes more, as people become more aware of the different styles and what becomes cool and stuff like that, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah, because me personally, I think like the like Black women like natural hair, like I think that look better than anything, honestly. You know, because like it actually looks healthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my preference. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and it's not the societal standard of beauty. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think it's just something that we as people just need to embrace, honestly.
So Davell, how do you feel about like natural hair and natural beauty? Like, how do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% down. I don't got no problem with nothing, honestly. But I've been around a lot of people that do have like I've been around dudes that do have strict standards with like looks and things like that, like where they prefer something else. And I don't know if y'all feel like I'm curious. Okay, since we on this, do y'all feel like you and Diamond? Do y'all feel like Black men today are more into say there's a larger number of black men that like, say, like white girls and things like that kind of look.
Black?
Like black guys liking like white women and that basically that kind of look instead of going for black women. Do you think they choose them over black women, basically?
I felt like it was based off of where you're from.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be where you're from either, because you can go to college and you can be an athlete in college and you was raised in the hood, but some girl comes around, white girl comes around, and it's like,
but what hood
it's
was
my preference?
Because I was raised in Brooklyn and black guys don't like white women there. But they,
yeah, which is my thing. Like, I think
all hood.
Yeah,
like, I still go to school with white women. There wasn't really white people in my school in New York.
Yeah,
well, it's different up there.
I see like
in,
a lot
in the city anyway.
Yeah, I see a lot on like social. You see it more on social media than in real life. In social media, because you always, it's that one dude that say something. It's that one black dude that say something about black women, and then they like, oh, all the black dudes only like white girls and blah blah blah. But like honestly, I don't know that many dudes that actually prefer, that are black, that actually prefer like, oh, I want white women or whatever, something like that. I actually don't know that many in person. So but to get back to me, no, I don't. I'm definitely I'm loyal. So I don't care about none of that. Natural is cool with me. Whatever she thinks is good probably looks good to me. I mean,
that's a good answer. I
don't really
wear whatever they want to wear.
Yeah, I'm not.
But while we were talking about this, do you guys think that it's more acceptable for a black male to date a white woman, or for a black female to date a white man? What does society deem acceptable and not acceptable between the two?
I think society is less accepting of black women with white men. But
I agree.
But
or less?
I think black men get a harder time from black women that are with
I agree.
A lot of times, also, which is sad because there are stereotypes on both ends. Black women, if they bring a white man home, their family automatically assumes they came up, or like you did a favor, which is like terrible. And then when it comes to a black man bringing a white woman home, it's kind of like, this isn't how you were raised. Like your mother.
Yeah, it's like a sellout. Like you're a sellout kind of.
There we go. And so yeah, it's definitely different perspectives on both sides.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with what Peanut said. I think because I think you are definitely judged harsher as the man. But I would agree with you as far as like on the black woman side with the society and accepting, which is really interesting to me. Do y'all have a problem with when y'all see like so for like Nike and Diamond, do y'all feel some type of way if you see a black dude?
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm like, because certain people you can tell like they like white girls, or so it doesn't really bother me much. I know I have a friend that is totally against interracial relationships, and myself, I cannot see myself dating outside my race because of the cultural differences and stuff like that. Unless we shared a lot. So like if you grew up in the same neighborhood as I did or something like that, then it might be a little bit different, but it would be hard for me to really date somebody that's not
right. Because I was gonna say like the only the dudes that I do know that prefer white women grew up in like all white communities basically. Mm-hmm. That's all they around. So that's really all they know. So that's what they prefer. Which I mean I get.
I don't have a preference on like someone dating a white woman or a white man. I think it just depends on how you act towards the black counterpart.
Right.
Like, you can't pit white women and black women against each other. Right. Make one feel lesser.
Like saying something like, oh, like white queen or white king, things like that. Like that shit is annoying. Like
yeah, and also too though, you got to think about like successful black men in America with white women. I think that's more. That's like a part of it as well, because I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I kind of feel like black women would see, a black dude with a white woman and be like, damn, like it's a lot of us. Yeah. I mean, not just sell out, but it's just, it's a, a lot of other black women out here. And, I don't know. I think both sides get a bad rap, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
It's always a thought for me when it's like an activist or like a woke black person and you find out their wife is white and you're like, how?
So like Childish Gambino, how did y'all feel about him?
Like, see, that's the thing. I don't have a feeling towards it because you love who you love. But it's also like, if he was to say white woman is his preference, then I'd have like a why to that. But if you just, like if he dates black women, all women, and he just happened to marry a white woman, that's totally fine. That's who he fell in love with, that's who he married. But if he was to say, I only, like we think Michael B. Jordan only dates white women, like, it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why is that your only,
Trying to find some good light.
Personally, people can date who they want, or marry who they want, whatever. I ain't sure.
Yeah, I'm like that too. But if they do, like, I'm kind of like diamond on that. Where if they say like, oh no, I only like whatever, then I'm like, okay, well, first of all, just in general, I think you're limiting yourself. First of all, you're limiting yourself. But it does make me feel a certain kind of way, just a little bit on the inside, like, oh, whoa, why? That's just, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I do say, whoever you love, whatever, go for it, all that. But it is interesting.
So this leads me into my next question. So why do we think that well-off black people don't know what it means to be black? Like, why we say, you ain't really black. You don't know the struggle.
Yeah, I think once you see like a successful black man or a woman and they don't talk like how you used to talk.
Well, not even that. I'm just saying, so like, let's say somebody our age, we're in high school, we're in college or whatever, and we have somebody that, grew up pretty well off, right? And, they went to the private schools, all those different things, like why do we treat them different, and like, oh, you don't know, like, you don't know the struggle. You ain't never had to work for nothing for your whole life. Like, why do we treat them different?
I don't think the treating different. I think it's typically we grew up living two different lifestyles, so you don't know. You can't really relate to what we call the black struggle because you didn't grow up that way. I have a friend who grew up like in like South Lake, Texas, and like he always said like all his neighbors were white, and like like he went to Oklahoma State, his parents paid his way through college and all of this stuff, and he just, I don't think, had the same struggle. He had his own struggles being the only black kid in like white private schools and all this stuff, but he doesn't have the same struggles as growing up in the hood. So I just think we live two different lives.
Right.
But I don't know if it makes you less black. I don't know if that was the question, but I don't think it makes you less black. It just gives you a different story.
Yeah. I wouldn't ever like question anybody that's well off. I wouldn't ever question their blackness because you never know what they will end up doing to help the black agenda, in life, simply because of shit they may have gone through, because they are a privileged black person. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that's very disrespectful though, to be honest, like to say like you ain't even really black. But
it happens all the time though.
But I think those type of black people get that from white people more than black people. Like, oh, you're not like really black. You're like kind of.
That's interesting.
So like the token black boy or token.
Yeah. I think like immature like us will probably say some joking shit about it, but
I'm sure I did that before.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
As an adult, I think we kind of support it now, because they may have an easier, runway You know?
I just feel like, yeah, all of that is perpetuating a stereotype. And so now being educated and understanding that these are all stereotypes, I don't think anyone is less Black than anyone else. No. And also, I don't think the people that grew up struggling, we didn't want to grow up that way. So why are we pitting ourselves against someone that just happened beforehand?
Yeah. I think it's for selfish reasons, honestly, because they had something you didn't have. So it's easier to make fun of them and like to make your situation look a little lighter. Like, it's just like, oh, you a Black white girl. Like, you don't know what it means to struggle. Like, so I mean, it's just to make our situation look a little bit lighter than what it is. So, I mean, that's my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes me think about, have y'all seen that show Black as Fuck or Black AF?
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't really get into it.
Is it good? I haven't actually watched it. I just seen people was upset about the mom that she wasn't, because it's called Black AF, and it's Rashida Jones, isn't it?
Yeah.
And isn't she's Black and white, right?
Mixed.
She mixed, yeah.
Something like that. Because I saw people was like upset. They're like, okay, why y'all got this show called that? And she's like, she doesn't look.
Yeah, she's
but
like,
I think it's based off of it, like his family, the writer off of Black Itch, yeah. It's his family.
Yeah, and she like the female Logic, pretty much. Like.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, she could pass.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Pass as a white woman for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her sister the one that was dating Tupac.
Yep.
Right.
Her sister dated Tupac?
Yeah, it was her. What's her name?
Kadada.
Huh?
And her name Kadada or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, like Kadada.
Kadada, the one that he wrote the letter about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't these like Quincy Jones kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. We were just talking about them like they were regular people.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nah,
all right, so this is a question from I guess white people. I like to ask this question: why are we always looking for a discount?
Shit, because there was so many years we worked for free. Why we gotta pay wholesale on cotton or pay full price on cotton? I mean,
boy, we always looking for a discount. I don't care what. Y'all set student discount because I still be carrying my OSU ID card. Y'all got student discount.
Hey man, that's just being smart. You gotta ask them questions.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make me feel bad.
Yeah. Shoot, you never know. They might be like, oh yeah, we do actually. Nobody.
I used to use it at the Nike outlet all the time.
Yeah.
Why not? Ask them why not. Why not ask?
Right. All right. Why is it so common to grow up without a father in our race?
Shit. Well, that's simple, man.
Those questions are terrible.
Man.
It's simple. I mean, shit. Prison industrial complex. The crack era. Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way back down to slavery. You know, I mean, just like the Pop said off the Minister Society. The hunt is on and you're the prey. Talking about the Black man in America. And it's always been like that. Like, I don't know. It's like we like Black men, you know, whether it's like I have homies and like family members and stuff that would like probably get praise from other races for being like an active father in their kid's life, but that's some shit that Black people really do, you know, like take care of our kids, you know, some of us, you know, but if we can, you know, but like we're kind of, I don't know, there's like this like, I don't know, there's like this fantasy like from other people about Black men, you know what I'm saying? And like they want to be like us. Like Paul Mooney said it best, and this is the only way I can put it. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then just not being there, man, it's not all on Black men. That ain't just some shit we can take.
Yeah, I would like to see the numbers. I would like to see the numbers of fathers across the board, honestly, because the way I see it is more. I see it as more like a man thing than a race thing. I wouldn't say like, oh, Black men just they don't want to take care of the kids, and then all the other races, man, they just all fine at home. I don't
I'm
think
glad you brought that up, Davell, because I used to think like that. So when I was in college for my speech class, I wrote over single parent homes, and I went into this thinking that it was not going to be that many people in the class that were from single parent homes. I thought it would be me and my homegirl Marquita. Y'all know Marquita, right? William. And I thought it would probably be like just a few stragglers, but and speech classes at OSU was pretty small. Like that was one of the smaller classes, so it's probably like 20, 30 people in there. So I did the question like raise your hand if you're from a single parent home, and pretty much everybody in the class raised their hand, and it shocked the hell out of me because I did not expect that at all. So I just like had a conversation about it because I was like, so I was just wanting to understand the background, and some people they mom or dad walked out on them when they were younger. Some people, they mom and dad got divorced or they was a widower, it just for me it never was a thought of mine that so many people that weren't of color would go through the similar stories that I had. Because literally it was only two of us, myself and my friend that was black in the class, and everybody else was white. And they literally had similar stories as I did. And I was like, that's what I knew. I was like, yeah, she was home.
I don't know why it became just like a black thing to where, only the black dads don't take care of their kids. I was like, nah, it's a lot of dads out there or for whatever reason, people don't have their dad or whatever. I don't know how it became just, that's a black thing. That's just a black thing that happens. Like, I don't know how that happened. I think it's definitely more of a broad thing.
It's probably more common in our communities, but I mean, it's definitely something that everybody goes through. We can't just pin it on only black people grow up without a father.
Nah, I definitely got a lot of homies now that take care of their kids, like active,
I think our generation is trying to change that stigma.
Yeah,
I can honestly say,
to be honest, it's a lot of dudes, like that hold their friends and family members accountable as men, like not taking care of their kids,
Because if you've gone through it, like if you grew up without your dad or whatever, you're gonna be more passionate about it, about being a good dad or mom or whatever. You're gonna be way more passionate about it.
Yeah.
So I think, like Pina say, like if you got a good circle around you, they gonna hold you. They're not gonna let you slip up like that.
And do y'all feel that social media like helps influence that? Because we're seeing a lot of men on social media, that's doing their daughter hairs, like girl dad, hashtag girl dad. Like you're seeing a lot of that now. You're seeing a lot of uplift.
Yeah, I think it helps.
Yeah,
I think it helps bring more awareness to it because people have this stereotype, so they think in one way. So when they see these things, they're like, oh, wow, I love to see, even though this is a normal thing, it's a normal thing for a dad to be with his daughter or whatever. But they're seeing it now, they're like, oh, snap, this is, so they, blah, blah, blah. Like, so I think it helps. I think the social media can, in fact, help on that front, just to put it in front of more people's eyes, just to wipe away that stereotype.
Man, because I look forward to, like, being out with my daughter when she's born. Like, I look forward to it. Like, we're going to dress alike and everything.
I can see that.
I also think that there is more opportunities now for people who don't want to go to college or people that don't finish high school. There's a way for you to make money where I guess back in the 90s, in those days, it was like you didn't go to school, you had to sell drugs, or you had to do something to make a way and make for your family. But now there's so much opportunity with technology and social media. And you see like YouTubers, dads who are like 20 with their kids. And so it just I think social media does play a big part in like providing opportunities for people who are not going the traditional route to be successful and sustain family.
I think so.
Nice button on that one.
That was a good one. All right. So I think I'm going to make this one the last question.
Yeah, because we gotta get to this battle.
Gotta get to this battle. So, and this goes because we haven't really had one. The last two episodes, we kind of skipped out on our Black Business of the Week. So, why are we so quick to support a non-Black owned business, but then hesitate when it's Black owned?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Man, I was having this lady do my taxes. She had her own tax business, right? And then she did some
bogus.
she did some dumb stuff, man, on my taxes or whatever. And then like I was asking for certain documents and asking her certain questions about like the 1040 and like and all this shit. And then she was just giving me like, she would like text me, you know what I'm saying? Or just like give me like a figure or some information through email. And she was like never giving me my documents that I asked for. And, you know, and me, like I'll support Black businesses for sure. But when like I dealt with that, I was like, man, that's why we can't fuck with these niggas, man.
Right. Same thing happened to me.
Like,
Yeah. Same thing happened to me when I freaking first moved into my house. So I was like looking for somebody to come clean my house because I was working and stuff, so I didn't have the time to like clean all my stuff before they delivered it. Because like literally I closed on my house like when my storage date was up, so I literally had, it was a mess. So don't be thinking that I'm just bougie because I would clean my own house. Don't think that. I just was busy. So I had somebody come to clean my house, and it happened to be a Black-owned business. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna support the Black-owned business. She was a young chick. And when I tell you that service was so horrible, like first the lady that came to clean, like she didn't leave. She was in my guest bathroom for like 2 hours and didn't do anything. Brought her son with her, for one. Then the owner comes to the house and was like, she didn't have all her supplies, so then had to go back and get her supplies and this and that. Next thing I know, she fires the girl on the spot, and she's like, I'm gonna just do the cleaning myself. And I was like, okay. She goes into my other bathroom and start cleaning, and I look in the bathroom that the lady, her employee, was working on, and it didn't look like it was touched, and she was in there for 2 hours. So I was like, okay. So she came out of my bathroom and started working on the dishes, the dishwasher and the sink, and she put soap in my dishwasher. Like just regular hand soap. You know you're not supposed to do that. Like that can mess up your dishwasher, you know? And next thing I know is that as I'm telling her, you know, I think that this is not gonna work out or whatever, she's talking to me, she's like, your dishwasher is overflowing. I'm like, what? I look behind me and my aunt's here, my whole kitchen is flooded. And I'm like, you got to go. Like, and I was like, and you're gonna pay for this service on my dishwasher. Like, and I'm like, see, look, I was trying to support Black businesses, but sometimes we just can't do right. But yeah, so I haven't supported a Black business since.
There are credible Black businesses.
Yeah,
you need to look at.
I don't think you need to give up on all of them. Don't give up on all of them.
Boy, it's been almost a year. It's been almost a year.
It's been that long. I ain't give up on them. You know what I'm saying?
She said, no, that was it. She said, boy, she was popping that up, said, I
haven't got over it yet. It just put me back to July 8th.
Why?
White Tony pies.
It put me back to July 8th. Man.
Now I fuck with Black businesses though, but some areas can be better. But I've also dealt with some that are amazing. So
yeah, I think it just all depends. I mean, whatever the business is, it can be real janky, real ratchet or something. You can also, you got some that are well run and stuff. So,
but I will go see a Black therapist though.
Yeah, I don't feel any type of way if it's a Black-owned business or not. If I do know it's a Black-owned business, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I don't. Maybe I need to start paying attention to it more. But I don't actually like say, oh, that's a Black-owned business. Let me support that. Yeah. To me, more is like if I saw something that I liked, and then okay, and then if it turned out to be a Black-owned business, and I'm like, okay, cool. But you know, I could definitely probably look into it a little bit more. But yeah, I'm down. I'm down for our people in the business, and whatever y'all got, keep on.
Dom, I heard you saying something back there. What was you talking about?
Oh, I was just saying, I think it just boils down to professionalism and not, because what was the original question? Why don't we support?
Yeah. Why would we support a non-Black business and not support a Black business?
Yeah. So speaking for myself, I don't think I pick one over the other. I just look at reviews and Yelp and go by what is most professional.
Yeah, that's basically how I am. If it's something I liked and I saw it and it turned out it was Black-owned business, and I'm like, hey, that's a double win.
See, I'm like you guys. I think I need to do a better job at trying to look up stuff and like, oh, I'm gonna go support this Black business of the day. but I just kind of just run into it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know this was black owned. I don't really be looking for it. And I think that's what happened with the lady that came to clean my house. I wasn't really looking for it. It just so happened she was black, and trying to start a cleaning business.
That becomes the issue because you haven't supported a black business since, but you didn't even know you were about to support a black business to begin. So the professionalism is in the business, not the person.
That's true. But I mean, I definitely went to Harris House of Heroes before. That's black owned.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Harris House of Heroes is black owned.
The
only black owned business in Uptown.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't be knowing that. I just be like, oh, okay, yeah, it is fine, cool. What's up? Shout out to them.
I guess I did support.
Even though they kicked me out a couple times, so
So I guess I have supported since.
But I still support y'all. If hopefully y'all just don't recognize me. That's next time I'm there.
I
Sorry.
don't know what's going on outside, y'all. Outside it's crazy out here. But all right, I guess that's good to wrap up. If y'all good, y'all want to wrap this up so we can get to Teddy and Babyface?
Yeah. Look forward to it. Babyface and Doing Too Much. We got it. It's gonna be good.
We're gonna go support Teddy Riley and Babyface, and we hope that everyone supports us in this black business, and everyone in this time especially should reach out for local businesses and black businesses because they're doing the worst in this time because people are not supporting or buying because of the corona. And so if you just have to eat out one day, try to find a local restaurant or something like that.
Yes. And as always, make sure you follow us on social media at The Say Less Pod. That's at The Say Less Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Say Less Podcast. Also, what else we got? Oh, email. If you have any topics that you would like to hear, please DM us or send us an email at
Say Less Podcast 4 at gmail.com.
Yes, sir. Say Less Podcast. Oh, we got a positive quote. I be forgetting. What do I have a positive quote of the day?
By Black.
There we go.
By Black. Say Less Podcast.